Ora si registrerà la conferenza.
Hi students, welcome to class. Last lesson we covered grammar unit 7 about past perfects. I don't know if you did all the exercises, but this was the grammar practice, unit 7 practice that I asked you to do. I know that I covered it real quick as we focused on the speaking test last lesson. So I know that I didn't spend a lot of time on the grammar reference and present perfect in general. But I think that I gave you enough information to do the exercise. So before we check these exercises, I think that we should actually look at our class folder. I remember last time I also told you that today we were going to do a mock exam. A mock exam means a simulation exam. Remember I told you that in our classroom folder there is a subfolder called sample paper. You see this sample paper? Okay, I told you that the sample paper was an example for you, but it was for you to practice. So for your practice, remember I told you there was a reading and writing exam, there was a listening exam, and a speaking exam. Okay, but remember I told you that for today, for the exam, for our practice exam, we were going to use the mock exam folder. So this folder right here, the mock exam folder. Okay, so if I open the mock exam folder, I find the sample test that we are going to do tonight. So if you haven't done it yet, please download the course material, in particular the mock exam folder, onto your local machine. Download it to your computer, because we need the PDF file called reading and writing question paper. So this is the file you're going to use today for the exam. Okay, I'm going to open it real quick for you guys. So this is what we're going to do tonight, the Cambridge Assessment English reading and writing. So it's going to take about an hour, so we have plenty of time. Okay, how many pages are there? There are about 12 pages. Okay, so and there are all the parts that we covered during the course. Okay, so this is going to be your exam, page 2, part 2 on page 4. Okay, your reading. Okay, part 3 on page 6. Family dancers. So the reading is going to be a little bit more challenging tonight. Okay, so you have a long reading to do tonight for the exam. There are going to be questions you have to answer. This is part 4. Choose the correct answer. Okay, remember we did many of these exercises. Part 5 is the email. Yes. Part 6, okay, on page 10. And then please note, part 6, you have to write the email story on your answer sheet. So you must write the email story that they ask, right? Question 31, you have to write an email. And please notice, you must send me your email on our WhatsApp group, okay? So that I can actually check it. Part 7. Once again, part 7, you have to write 35 words or more. Write the email or the story on your answer sheet, but you have to write it and send me the text on our WhatsApp group so that I can check it. Okay, so it's about 12 pages. So if you haven't done it yet, one more time, se non l'avete ancora fatto, dovete scaricare la cartella dal materiale del corso, dal link che vi, dal collegamento che vi inviai tramite il nostro gruppo WhatsApp all'inizio del corso, e scaricate la cartella mock exam, già che in essa troverete l'esame scritto reading and writing, quindi lettura e scrittura, che faremo questa sera. Ok, so se non l'avete ancora fatto, fatelo urgentemente, scaricate la cartella sul vostro computer e tenete pronto questo file A2 sample test reading and writing question paper, perché è quello che andrete ad usare questa sera. Meanwhile, nel frattempo, ok, meanwhile, we are going to take a look at this grammar that we did last time, because perfects, present perfects were a little bit challenging in my opinion. Okay, so we're going to look at the practice. I'm going to give you the solutions, which by the way I have already sent them onto our WhatsApp group, so you already have them. Let me see if I can show you those key. They are in our grammar folder under keys, grammar 7. There you go. These are the solutions, right, to the unit 7 practice. Now keep in mind that that I did try to underline the differences between past simple and present perfect. Okay, and I did tell you that there is a slight difference between English and Italian when it comes down to this present perfect, because present perfect, che usa l'ausiliare avere, io ho mangiato, io ho studiato, eccetera, 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 io ho andato anche, quindi non c'è la scelta tra l'essere e avere come ausiliare. Io in italiano invece questo tempo voi lo chiamate in italiano passato prossimo, giusto? Io ho studiato, io sono andato. Okay, in English it's present perfect, and he always uses the auxiliary have. I have studied, I have been. Okay, and it's present, it's considered present. So I bought, so read the sentences in the past simple, write new sentences using the present perfect. Ok, quindi la frase originaria è al passato semplice. I bought some plants on Saturday, quindi c'è una data specifica quando è avvenuto l'acquisto, Saturday. I bought, right? To buy, bought, bought. I bought è il passato, past simple, passato semplice, del verbo comprare. I bought some plants on Saturday. Per farla diventare una frase in presente perfetto, devo necessariamente togliere il Saturday, cioè togliere l'avverbio temporale di tempo. I have bought some plants. Perché se usassi un tempo specifico, ok, allora non potrei più usare il present perfect, ma dovrei necessariamente usare il past simple. I have bought some plants. We put up some new pictures last week. Put up, put è il verbo. Put. Quindi non cambia mai al past simple e al past participle, al participio passato. We put up some new pictures last week. Per farla diventare present perfect, we have put up some new pictures. Quindi togliamo il last week, cioè togliamo l'avverbio di tempo, così lo lasciamo vago e possiamo usare il present perfect. My husband fixed the shelves at the weekend. My husband has fixed the shelves. Quando? Bah, non si sa. We painted the outside of the house 3 years ago. Ok, quindi c'è un tempo specifico. 3 years ago. che è successo 3 anni fa? Abbiamo pitturato l'esterno della casa. We have painted the outside of the house. Quando non si sa. John cleaned all the windows on Sunday morning. John has cleaned all the windows. Quindi, John pulì tutte le finestre domenica mattina. John ha pulito tutte le finestre. Se dovremmo tradurre letteralmente. Number 6, we replaced all the windows last year. We have replaced all the windows. Okay, so this was exercise number 1. Answer the questions, they're true for you. These are pretty easy. Have you ever? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. So this is pretty easy. Number 2, I don't think I need to spend any time on it. Add for or since. Qui dovevo aggiungere for or since. For per indicare un tempo, diciamo un arco temporale. Have you ever been here? Have you been here for a long time? Quindi for implica un arco temporale con un inizio e una fine, giusto? Il since indica l'inizio in un determinato momento passato, ma non vi è una fine al presente o al futuro, quindi l'azione comincia nel passato ma si prolunga nel presente e si progetta nel futuro. Yes, yes, quite a while, since 1 o'clock. Quindi dall'una, since 1 o'clock. Dall'una, ma fino a quando non si sa. I've studied English for 7 years. Ok? Ho studiato inglese per 7 anni. 7 anni è un tempo finito, quindi ha un inizio e una fine. For. Ok? How long? Number 6. We have lived here since May last year. Da maggio, ok? Since May last year. Non sappiamo fino a quando vivremo qui. I have lived here since May last year. Well, the rest were pretty clear, pretty easy. Right present perfect questions for these answers, ok? Have you ever been to Brazil? Quindi per chiedere un'esperienza di vita si fa col present perfect. Have you ever? Hai mai? Sei mai stato? Have you ever been to Brazil? No, I have never been to Brazil, but I would like to go. Ma mi piacerebbe andarci. Have you ever seen an elephant? Yes, I saw an elephant. Ecco qui, vedete. Hai mai visto un elefante? Sì, lo vidi quando ero in vacanza in Thailandia, because here you are giving me an exact time. It's a time adverb, right? So, yes, I saw an elephant when I was on holiday in Thailand. Have you ever won some money? No, but I'd love to win some money one day. Okay? Use exercise number 5. Use the present perfect and the words in brackets to describe these situations. He's carrying a suitcase. He's been on holiday. His plate is empty. He has eaten everything. Right? Se il suo piatto è vuoto è perché lui ha mangiato tutto. He has eaten everything. Quando non si sa. Non si sa, pardon. She can't find her bag. She has lost her bag. Right? Her bag is in the plaster. Plaster, gesso, plaster. Her leg is in plaster. Cioè la sua gamba è ingessata, nel gesso è ingessata. He has broken her leg. The final score is 3-1 to our team. Our team has won the match. I haven't got any more money. I have spent all my money. Right? So make sentences in present perfect. Have you done your homework? Have you seen Sarah? I have never ridden a motorcycle. Have you made a decision yet? You have been very patient. How long have you known Jenny? For, if you want. She has been to Sweden twice. The airplane has just landed. Where have you been? What has happened to your leg? Right? Exercise number 7. find and correct a mistake in each sentence. So there is a mistake, there's one mistake in each sentence, ok? I am here since last week, cioè io sono qui dalla settimana scorsa? No, since, da, quindi comincia del tempo passato, non possiamo usare un presente, dobbiamo usare un presente perfetto. I have been here since last week. Kevin had his new job for 9 months? No. Has had. Kevin has had his new job for 9 months. He loves it. I have been living here for 10 years, but I'm going to move soon. Bridget has known Philip for a year and a half. I went to China in 2005. C'è una data precisa. I went to China in 2005. How long have you had your dog? They have known each other for 3 days, right? Not since, for 3 days. They have known each other for 3 days. She has had the sore throat since this morning, right? Since this morning. Jane has been a vet for 30 years and she still enjoys it, okay? How long have you lived in this city? Okay, how long have you lived in this city? Have you, now exercise number 8, choose the best answer. Did you ever, no, have you ever heard, have you ever heard of an actor called Sylvia, whatever? I have never been to Zimbabwe. He has never met his father. He died before he was born. I have never read a Harry Potter book. I have never seen you before. Did you talk to Maggie yesterday? Yesterday, un tempo finito, giusto? Did you talk to Maggie yesterday? I've never heard this music before. Okay? I've never heard this music before. Did you see the news last night? Last night, tempo finito. Did you see the news last night? I've never won a competition in my life. Have you ever dreamt of being invisible? So this was the unit about present perfect and the difference between present perfect and past simple. So I hope that you got this part. Now, before we continue, I would like to show you another little link that I wrote down for you guys. And it's a link that talks about stress. You remember when we actually, I think it was the first or the second lesson, we talked about accents, and we actually focused on phonetical symbols. Let's say if I write this letter here, this word here, right? In Italian you read legge, right? It's a verb, leggere, right? Leggere. If I write this word here, legge, right? Maybe I have to make it a little bit bigger for you guys to read. Well, can you read this a little bit better? Yeah. So if I write legge, it is actually it's a code, right? Un codice giuridico, right? Right? Legge, legge. Okay, legge, legge. Okay, you see the different accents. So I want to do this one more time. You can actually also look like this lesson on YouTube as well. I wrote down a link for you if you want, but we can also actually do it ourselves by looking up this word record or record, right? Record or record. And let's look it up on word reference, and then we are going to analyze the different sounds, the different spellings and phonetics. So when I look this word up, right, let me zoom a little bit more. When I look for a word such as record, okay, here is the pronunciation.
Record. Record.
Okay, record. However, there are two ways to pronounce this word. Record means, right, it's a document, right? Or if it's a verb, means registrare, incidere, right, in discografia. So what is the difference? The difference is the way we pronounce these words. So, for example, if I let's say, if I talk about this word here using this, let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger too, like this. No. If I use, let me see, let's make this part here a little bit bigger. Let's see if I can make it maybe 36. Where did it go? Oops, guys, I think I just lost the, I think I just lost the file, so my apologies. I have to get it again. Let's do this one more time. 36, yes, I did 36. It's a little bit too big and it will not recognize the spelling, so so it's not going to do it either. Okay, no, it did it now. Don't ask me why, but don't ask me why, but it did it now. And there were some problems with the first file. So you see this apostrophe here. Well, the apostrophe tells you where the stress of a word is, similarly to our Italian accents, right? They help you to pronounce the words correctly. So in this case, if I have a stress right here before the word, before the first syllable, it means that the stress goes right onto the first syllable. So record, record, record. If the stress goes right here before the second vowel, it means the stress goes onto the second syllable. So it's record, so record, 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 co. The stress goes on co, record. Well, in reality, this, we say e, but it's still in e, right? Record, record. So the second e is difficult to pronounce, right? Le. So the e becomes almost a e. So record. Now, record means document. Record means to register, not register, but registrare in Italian, or to incidere, right? We read incidere. So you can record an audio, right? Okay. Why did I say that? Because it's important that you know how to pronounce words correctly at this point of the course. So you can look at these examples yourselves, and when you look up words on words reference, for example, look for the pronunciation. Okay, so let me see here what we can do now. I think that we should probably get started with our writing exam, the mock exam. And remember, if you have any questions concerning the grammar part, the pronunciation, or any other topic that we covered throughout the course, please feel free to drop a message onto our WhatsApp group, okay? So you should have your mock exam folder. Open the mock exam folder. Open the zipped folder that you find here and go onto the sample test reading and writing. Now you're going to find this file, right? You have about an hour to complete your work. So we're going to start here shortly, and you're going to have an hour to complete your work. So I'm just going to read you the instructions to candidates. Do not open this question paper, so do not look at the questions until you're told to do so. Write your name, the center number. You know, when you take the exam, you're going to have an examination number. You're going to have a personal number, and your answer sheet. The answer sheet is the paper where you're going to write your answers. Answer all the questions. Okay, so you have to answer all the questions. Read the instructions on the answer sheet. So the answer sheet will contain some instructions. You read the instructions. The answer sheet is not here, so we are not going to do the answer sheet tonight. Write your answers in real life. When you're going to take the real exam, you are going to write your answers on the answer sheet with a pencil, not a pen, a pencil. Okay. You must complete the answer sheet within the time limit. So in an hour, you must also complete the answer sheet. So I'm going to give you an hour, but it's a lot of time. At the end of the test, you have to hand in, you must give your questions, paper, and your answer sheet to the examiner, okay? So at this point, I think that we are ready to start. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up our clock, okay? And I'm gonna give you, we said an hour, so we can turn this to 0, okay? And an hour will be plenty, okay? So I think that if you don't have any questions, if you haven't sent me any message on WhatsApp, means that you're ready. Just make sure you write your answers on a notebook, so you can check. We can check them later at the end of the test. And don't forget to send me your writing tests on WhatsApp, because I need to see them and I need to read them, okay, in order to make sure that they are correct. I think that that we are all set. So we are ready to start at this point, okay, guys? So good luck on your exam, and do your best. We'll be back in an hour, okay? See you in a bit. Okay, students, you have 5 minutes left. So it's time you finish up your work. Technically speaking, you should be already writing your answers onto the answer sheet. Four minutes left. Two minutes left. You should get ready to turn in your work at this point, okay? You only have 2 minutes left before you have to turn in your work. So make sure you did everything you were supposed to. You have 1 minute left. So you should get ready to turn in your work. This means make sure you send me your text messages on WhatsApp, okay? Don't forget, I need your writing exam, your emails on WhatsApp. So you have to send me a text. We have about 30 seconds. This means we are about done with the reading and writing test today, the sample test or the mock exam, okay? So okay, students, I think you had enough time and it's time to turn in your work now. Okay. So time is over, and I hope you did a great job with the sample test. It shouldn't have been too difficult. So it was 12 pages long, right? As I showed you, you had the part 1, right? Choose the correct answers. The correct answer, pardon, singular. Okay. And I don't think this part 1 should have been too difficult. Then you had a part 2. For each question, choose the correct answer, right? A, B, and C. Who writes both a magazine and a blog, right? Young blog writers. Part 3 of your exam. For each question, choose the correct answer. Questions 14 to 18. Family of dancers. So this was an interesting article to read, I'm sure. Right, these were the questions to answer. Part 4, for each question, choose the correct answer. So you have to do a little bit more reading, right? A, B, or C, questions 19 to 24. Part 5, write the correct answer. Write one word for each gap, okay? So 0 was the example, you. I hope you are well, right? So you have to write the correct answer. Part 6, you want to go swimming on Saturday with your English friend, Tony. Write an email to Tony. So you should have sent me your email, the email you wrote to your friend, Tony. So I hope you wrote in your email about going swimming on Saturday, where you wanted to go swimming, and how you wanted to go to the swimming pool. So this was a 25 words or more email. Okay. Part 7, look at the 3 pictures. Write the story shown in the pictures, plural, right? Write 35 words or more. Yeah. And you should have sent me your story as well, 35-word story. So I hope that this test wasn't too difficult for you. It shouldn't have been, really. I mean, I think that we did enough practice throughout our course, and it should have been enough to get you ready for this test. So it shouldn't have been too difficult. Now, let's take a look at the answers, because if you look in the same mock exam folder, right, the one you just downloaded to get your exam, you should also find a file called reading and writing answer key. Okay, so if I open this file, the reading and writing answer key, I should be able to read the keys, right? For part 1, right? 1 was B, 2 was C, 3 was B, 4 was A, 5 was B, 6 was C. Part 2, 7 was C, 8 was B, 9 was A, 10 B, 11 C, 12 C, 13 A. part 3, 14b, 15a, 16c, 17b, 18a. Part 4, 19b, 20b, 21a, 22b, 23c, 24c. Part 5, 25, A or this. Okay, you had two options. Any other answer must be considered wrong. Okay, so the correct answers were A or this. 26, in or during. Okay, either one, in or during. 27, of, no other options possible. 28, go. 29, play or watch, either one, play or watch. 30, when or after. Okay, obviously part 6 and 7 were your emails, right? Your written work. So I will check your work, your writing on the WhatsApp group, okay, so that I can read what you did. So you can, once again, you can find the answer key in the same mock exam folder. Okay, mock exam, you have the reading and writing answer key. This is where you can look at the answers for the test you just took. Now I would like to show you the same guide that we looked at the beginning of our course, and it should have been the teacher's guide, I think. Let me see if it was this one. Okay, how to use this guide, key terminology, understanding activity 1, activity 2, activity 3, activity 4, activity 5. Nope, not this one. There should be another file. Handbook for teacher, maybe. Let me see this one. Yeah, I think this was the right one. Remember, we looked at this file, Your Path to Learning English, step by step. Remember, we said that we are here at the A2 level, A1, A2 level, right? And the next step will be the B1 preliminary. But here there were seven parts to the 7 parts to the reading and writing exam. You should remember this, but let me see where let me just scroll a little bit more. We looked at this. Remember the very first lesson, I'm sure, about the exam, right? Reading and writing was 60 minutes, 7 parts, number of questions 32. Okay, so next lesson we'll do the listening sample test and the speaking sample test. Okay, so the listening is about 30 minutes, the speaking only about 10 minutes. So let me see if they say here, okay, they tell you how many points for the reading. You see part 1, part 2, part 5, writing part 6 and part 7. So you had a total of 32 questions. You see 32 questions and a total of 60 points. So you must check how many points you got, the number of marks here. So there were 6 questions and a mark for each question, right? 6 questions, 6 points, 7 questions, 7 points for the part 2, part 3, 5 questions, 5 points, part 4, 6 and 6, 5, 6 and 6. The writing part, okay? The writing part, the first part, part number 6, may get you 15 points, and 7, 15 points. So half of the exam is out of your writing skills, right? 30 points for a total of 60 points. So make sure you check the first 5 parts and write down your final mark, right? Like how many right questions, how many correct questions you got, and how many wrong answers you got. So make sure you write down your mark, right? The points. And I will say that usually in the writing part, usually students most of the time get 10 for the writing part 6 and 10 for the writing part 7. So usually you should get about 20 points in the writing part. I mean, it's pretty easy to get 20 points here. So 20 plus this amount, these points should give you the final mark for your reading and writing. Why am I saying this? Because in the end, if we go back right here at the scale, we see that according to how many points we got right here, so we have to add the reading and writing exam to the listening exam and the speaking exam to get the final score, right, for our exam. And so let's say if we did everything right here, we got 60 points. So you know, we need 120 points to pass the A2 key level. Okay, so we need a minimum of 120 points, but in order to get the final point, the final mark, the final score, we have to wait for the listening and the speaking exam in order to get you the right mark, the right final mark. But you should be able to get a reading and writing mark just by looking at this chart right here. Paper 1, reading and writing tasks. And remember this file, you can find this file under the handbook for teachers folder. Okay, you click on it, and it's the only PDF you see here. This one, Cambridge English Key for Schools, handbook for teachers. So you open it and you go to page 7, and you can look at the points, like how to assign points to your parts, your reading and writing parts. Okay, so I hope you did well, and we'll continue with the sample test next lesson. But as of today, I would like to end the lesson with an overview of grammar part 8. I think that we remember at the beginning of the class, the beginning of the lesson, we checked the grammar part 7. So I think it's about time that we'll look at grammar reference part 8. And keep in mind, this is going to be our last grammar unit. So we will end our A1, A2 Cambridge Key course with the Unit 8 grammar reference. So we're going to talk about have to, introduction to modal auxiliary verbs. I mean, these verbs that you see right here, can, could, might, must, and I'm going to explain this real quick for you. Then we're going to talk about should. Should is we should, dovremmo, it's a conditional and must, right? Must, dovere, like you must study, dovete studiare, of course, right, guys? You must study in order to pass the exam. So let's start right here with have to. Have to basically means that I must do something. Have to is very similar to must, right? Very similar to must. The only difference is that have to is used when somebody speaks directly to another person. So if I tell you to do something, quindi quando io vi dico di fare qualche cosa direttamente, cioè io vi trasmetto la mia volontà, I use have to, like you have to study, cioè devi studiare, non perché te lo dice qualcun altro, ma perché te lo dico io. Right? You have to study, you have to listen to me. Mi devi ascoltare, you have to listen to me. Se io dicessi you must study, must implica che quello che io ti dico non è necessariamente la mia volontà, cioè non è che sono io a dirti a volere che tu studi, ma c'è qualcun altro, o ad esempio potrebbe essere la legge che ti dice you must go to school until you are 16, cioè tu devi andare a scuola finché non hai 16 anni. Quindi non perché io ti voglio costringere, quindi non sono io che ti dico you have to go to school, cioè non è una mia richiesta diretta, ma è proprio la legge che ti impone di andare a scuola, quindi you must, ok? Nel senso di dovere. Questa è la differenza. Must, diciamo, il dovere, quindi l'autorità viene dall'alto, non dalla persona che vi sta parlando direttamente, perché in tal caso si userebbe have to. You have to listen to me, right? You have to work hard, or you have to be polite, right? You have to be respectful of other people, and so forth. So has, have, plus to, plus infinitive, positive and negative. This is pretty simple. It's just like the verb to have. I, you, we, they have to work hard. Ok? Noi dobbiamo lavorare duramente, insomma. Ci dobbiamo impegnare al lavoro. Or we don't have, I don't have to work hard. Remember, he, she, it has to work hard or doesn't have to work hard. For the questions, vi ricordate, per le domande, il verbo avere richiede comunque l'ausiliare per fare le domande, a differenza del verbo essere o dei verbi modali can, must. Do I have to work hard? Devo davvero lavorare duramente? Do you have to work hard? Do they have to work hard? For the third singular person, does he, she, it have to work hard? Does he have to work hard? Short answers, yes I do, no he doesn't. The past tense of have, he's had to. We did and didn't in the questions and negative. I had, quindi al passato, I had to get up early this morning. Quindi al passato non facciamo, quindi questa regola della domanda vale anche al passato, cioè did you have to? Did you have to work out last night? Cioè, do you have per il presente? Do you have to wear a uniform? Yes, I do. Al passato, did, come gli altri verbi. Did you have to? They liked the hotel because they didn't have to do any cooking. Quindi loro gradirono soggiornare in albergo perché non dovevano occuparsi del cucinare. Non dovevano cucinare in pratica. The form of have got to plus infinity is the same as have got plus noun. Quindi lo stesso vale have got, che come vi avevo detto in precedenza non è molto comune nell'inglese americano o in generale in ambito internazionale, è soltanto forse comune nell'inglese informale del Regno Unito, ecco. Quindi have to expresses strong obligation, but the obligation comes from, oh sorry guys, my mistake, Quindi, pardon, vi ho detto una cosa errata. Allora, have to, the obligation comes from the outside. Allora, l'obbligazione viene dal di fuori con you have to. Avevo invertito have to e must all'inizio della presentazione. Quindi quando l'obbligo viene dal di fuori, la legge, una regola della scuola, work, al lavoro, o qualcuno con l'autorità, si usa have to. Mi spiace, ma a volte tra l'inglese e l'italiano mi capita insomma, di fare un po' di confusione, ecco, soprattutto quando traduco e cambio spesso da una lingua all'altra, ok? So, è molto più semplice per me rimanere diciamo, a parlare usando una sola lingua anziché cambiare dall'italiano all'inglese e viceversa rapidamente, come a volte faccio qui durante le lezioni. So, quindi, pardon, mi dispiace un'altra volta, rettifico ciò che avevo appena detto. Quindi have to, diciamo, l'obbligazione viene dal di fuori, ok? Dall'alto. Must, l'obbligo è diretto, cioè viene dalla persona che vi sta parlando direttamente. Infatti, ecco, noi diremmo in italiano il mastro, no? Per dire il masto, cioè, come dire, il nostro supervisore al lavoro, ad esempio, no? Si usa la parola, è un maestro, è un masto, no? Il masto carpentiere, no? Quindi è il masto che ci impartisce diciamo, gli ordini al lavoro. Quindi se ciò può aiutarvi a ricordare meglio l'uso diverso di have to and must, ok? Quindi must è diretto, have to comes from outside, cioè viene dal di fuori, la legge. I have to start work at 8. My company says I must, ok? Vedete nel use of have to, number one, I have to start work at 8. My company says I must, ok? The doctor says I have to do more exercise. Okay, I hope that this was clear enough. So once again, I apologize for confusing the must and have to. Introduction to modal auxiliary verbs. Okay, these verbs are considered similar to an auxiliary verbs, so similar to be. Questi verbi sono simili al verbo essere, quindi seguono la regola del verbo essere, cioè non vogliono il do per fare le domande o il did al passato. Qui è sufficiente usare il verbo più il soggetto, l'ausiliare, cioè il verbo, uno di questi verbi qui nel riquadro, can, could, might, must, shall, should, will o would, più il soggetto più il verbo per poter fare le domande senza il do. Quindi can, potere, could è il condizionale di can o il passato anche, quindi potrei, I could, might, might e could sono simili, anche might è potere. C'è anche un altro may, anche, sono simili. Must ne abbiamo appena parlato. Shall, shall è un futuro come will. Should, dovrei, quindi could, potrei, should, dovrei. Will è il futuro come shall and will. Will è usato per fare il futuro semplice, no? Simple future. Would è il condizionale vorrei, no? Ok. Diciamo, come meglio poterli ricordare, c'è da dire che l'unica confusione potrebbe nascere tra il may e il might, che entrambi indicano possibilità. May è una possibilità più forte del might, ok? Quindi I might study, forse studierò, cioè, potrei studiare più tardi, I might study. I may study vuol dire che ci sono più probabilità che più tardi mi metta a studiare, ad esempio, ok? quindi they help another verb, si chiamano ausiliari perché aiutano altri verbi, ok? They help another verb. Quindi alla terza persona non vogliono la S, ok? Al negativo non vogliono il don't o il doesn't, ok? You mustn't steal, non devi rubare, you mustn't steal, for example. I wouldn't like to be a teacher, non mi piacerebbe lavorare come insegnante, cioè non mi piacerebbe fare l'insegnante. Not, will not, questo l'abbiamo incontrato molte volte, will not si contrae alla forma negativa con won't, ok? It won't rain tomorrow, ok? Domani non pioverà. I could swim when I was 3. Quindi io ero in grado di nuotare quando avevo 3 anni. I could swim, cioè già sapevo nuotare quando avevo 3 anni. I could swim when I was 3. Ok. Should. Vediamo. I, we, he, they should do more exercise. Shouldn't tell lies. Quindi sono dei consigli che noi diamo. Dovrei fare un po' più esercizio. I should do more exercise. Nelle domande, essendo un verbo ausiliare modale, ok? Non vuole il do per fare le domande, no? Quindi should I, she, they see a doctor? Da non confondere con l'altra forma, do you think I, he, we should see a doctor? Perché in realtà posso costruire una domanda utilizzando due frasi anziché una, cioè do you think, quindi la domanda è do you think, pensi, non è dovresti, pensi che dovrei vedere un dottore, do you think, pensi, perché il do in questo caso si riferisce al verbo pensare, to think, do you think I should, dovrei vedere un dottore, I should see a doctor. La domanda invece diretta, più semplice, era should I see a doctor, cioè dovrei vedere un dottore? Non chiedo a te cosa pensi al riguardo, mi chiedo should I see a doctor, dovrei vedere un dottore? Use, should is used to express what the speaker thinks is right or the best thing to do, quindi esprime la vostra opinione su cosa sia giusto o sia meglio fare. I should do more work, this is my opinion, cioè dovrei lavorare un po' di più. You should do more work, un'altra persona che vi dice che secondo loro voi dovreste lavorare un po' di più o impegnarvi un po' di più in questo senso, cioè nel senso che vi dovreste impegnare un po' di più al lavoro. You should do more work. Do you think we should stop? Pensi che dovremmo fermarci? Do you think we should stop? In a little bit, in about 2 minutes. Quindi should expresses the opinion of the speaker, ok? Dovere. Must lo abbiamo fatto in precedenza quando l'abbiamo paragonato a have to, in sostanza è la stessa cosa, cioè indica un obbligo, ma l'obbligo viene direttamente dalla persona che ci parla. I, we, he, they must try harder, cioè io devo provare con più impegno, cioè mi devo impegnare di più, must try harder. I, we, he, they mustn't steal, quindi anche must, non necessita il don't, il do. Si possono anche fare delle domande con il must. Must I take exam? Devo fare degli esami? Do I have to take exams? Yes, you do. Quindi ricordate, il must non ha bisogno del do per le domande, ok? Must express strong obligation, ok? Quindi must esprime un'autorità che viene dalla persona che ci sta parlando, ok? So I think that we can end the lesson right here tonight. Try to finish the Unit 8 practice before next lesson, and don't forget that we are going to do the listening sample test and the speaking sample test next time. And don't forget to ask any questions you have or you may have, recording an audio message on WhatsApp. So I think that this is about it for tonight. I hope the exam wasn't too difficult, and see you next time. Goodbye.